I'm about. Because you know why? Just like you ain't going, like your boy said, it ain't going to happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody sell you drugs without me saying that. I'm not going to do it.
Trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the many, don't see it. Separated from the tares, now on my prayers, and it's so be it. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Get rank, you ain't heard a clout without a shadow of a doubt. These devils hitting licks off us. Fuck the bank, I'm about to stone the pocket ticket office. Can't sweet talk us, cannot stop us. And plus I know the feds watch us. Telling people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison, they stockpile us. Meanwhile, UPK turning rebels into Rockwallers. In league with mighty men, and now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like why I'm crying at this funeral for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent, it's fucked up. But my boots shine, standing between two priests, about to blaze on their ass, call it tough love. Look out for niggas just cuz, and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black gloves. Father, forgive me for my error, I'm forever by your side. Clean and purge me of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive, thank God for this truth. Cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause. Look, man, first time I met Commander Junior Hunter, man, hit 3807. Rebel without a cause. My little daughter with me. Opened the door, he was dropping the truth for me and all that. Rebel he without said, a cause. Man, you know, you do your time, we taking the mountains, training in hand-to-hand combat. Rebel without a cause, oh, yeah. This the reason I'm alive, up, thank nigga. God for this truth, cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause.
You cannot whoop us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got the wounds inside and outside our bodies. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
Salakia, that's just like my favorite part of that damn song. I love that part, but you know, so we're gonna clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Ah, man, it's Tuesday. It is the Brotherhood class. Yours truly, before you, Priest and Officer Uriah. You know what I'm saying? Spent the last few weeks letting a couple younger brothers get some shine on, but you know, one monkey don't stop no show. Today's lesson, however, detailed around what I had put together was regarding self-esteem issues and insecurity. I know a lot of us, depending on the area where you come from, or you know the type of lifestyle that you live from a child on up, or the lifestyle that was given to you by your parents, a lot of us have dealt with or still currently deal with bouts of low self-esteem and insecurities, whether it's, you know, regarding your job or your relationship stature, or just yourself as a man or a woman, and I know that a lot of times, when people are faced with coming into the truth, that's something, those demons of low self-esteem and insecurity can be something that can plague you, when you first start to come into the truth and you begin to not eat the pork, the shrimp, the crab, the lobster, or you begin not to celebrate, Thanksgiving or, Halloween and all this, that, your family and your friends, they begin to shed away from you, and, you start to deal with, being alone and having those thoughts of, man, am I making the right decision or am I making the right choices? So a lot of times, that's something that we deal with. And even before the truth, I can speak, personally, I was a person that really didn't have, the best self-esteem. My mother couldn't afford, the new Jordans every time they drop. Hell, I ain't get, for some time, hell, I wore the same pair of shoes for damn near 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So like, I know what it's like, going to school with the faded jeans that your brother had to give to you that he wore for a year before you got them. You know what I'm saying? But these are demons, man, that hit you, and it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Even like as an adult, like if you paying attention to this class or whatever, and you see kids walking around with low self-esteem, which is something that I find amazing about this school, is that we're not gonna let you walk around with low self-esteem. We're not gonna let you walk around being insecure about yourself. Whatever ails you, whatever problem you have, you can rest assured that if I see you with your head down on any given day, I'm gonna come find out what's wrong with you, and we gonna try to get a drink, get some good times rolling. Cause I'm gonna make you feel better about your situation. I'm gonna let you know that it ain't nothing that you can't overcome as long as you got brothers. You know what I'm saying? Something that we always say here in the UPK, man, brotherhood is a weapon, man. It is a weapon of mass destruction for demons. Like brotherhood brotherhood and sisterhood. Like, you'll have sisters, and what I hate, or what I used to, I won't say hate, cause that's strong. What I dislike about people in the world is that they assume to try to tear down the sisters and the brothers in the UPK. But you don't understand that you can't tear down something that you didn't build up. That we are new creatures, you know what I'm saying, from the Most High. Like, we gave up our old world where you could have called a sister ugly in the world, and she might not look the best, but in here, her spirit is beautiful. And we gonna treat her like she is a bad broad. And it doesn't matter. She gonna come in here with food and clothes and braiding hair and all that, and she's gonna get all the love that she didn't get in the world. She's gonna get it here. And it doesn't matter what anybody in the world thinks about the sister. In here, we love her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, today we gonna tackle some insecurity and bouts of low self-esteem. And we're going to start off with the Book of Revelations. And most often, this scripture is used, regarding other situations in our lives, as far as, just sit it over there for me, Octo. You can get a kid's stairs, but then just sit mine over there if you could. Baba shot the water out. So in this life, okay, we're going to go to the Book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. And it reads, I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. Now, in that verse, again, like I said earlier, a lot of our insecurities come from the things that we go through and the lives that we live, like being impoverished. Like, we all been that kid, or at least some of us have been that kid where, you got them pants that don't even meet your shoes. They don't even meet the top of your shoes. You walk around flooding, looking bad. Like, you know what that does to it? Like, you know what that does to a person? It makes him not even want to go to school. It makes him not even want to be around people or be seen. And a lot of times, like even right now, unless you know that black people still deal with low self-esteem or that deal with being insecure is by going out and voting. That shows you that you're insecure in your own ability to create and establish a nation amongst yourself. That you have to, vote or die, vote or, go out and vote and be heard and be heard. And you going out to speak to people that don't listen to a man say that he's done nothing and still shoot him on the side of the street. What in the hell make you think that they're going to listen to your vote about you need a leader that's going to be for your interests? Name one time that an actual president did anything that involved the interests of African Americans, Hispanics, or Native Americans. I can't think of one because there's never been one. There hasn't been one, but we as a nation, we have been put through so much that the cycle of being insecure or the cycle of having low self-esteem or feeling the need to be under a people is what we'll do every 4 years. I mean, even with our sisters, you can see it, regarding the relationships that people go get into, that your self-esteem may be so low that, you might have been abused as a child. So now you think that the only relationships that you can have, or what they say, if a man don't hit me, then he must not love me. But that's a spot of your low self-esteem, man. And that's a piece of that abuse. But that's what we here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge assume the responsibility for getting you through that abuse, man. Bringing out these evils that have been going on with us as a community for years and years and have been a part of our lives, to say, hey, man, the way to beat these things is to realize that you are rich, man. And that richness that we have is being able to serve the Most High, or having the love of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's a place like the UPK that you can come to with your insecurity or with your low self-esteem, and we can impart unto you wisdom to help raise a new person, raise a new being. You know what I mean? So going further into that, the scripture goes further and it says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. So why would this part of this scripture be important, regarding the low self-esteem? That, it's people that's running around with your identity saying they not Jews, but are of the synagogue of Satan. How would this affect, or how does this affect them assuming your nationality, them assuming your birthright? What does that do for the self-esteem of blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans? What has that done to us? Anybody? Go ahead, Art.
So, like, if I may say that made us that we ain't got no self-confidence because of that. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish man, he goes to I forgot the name of the school to learn our laws, statutes, commandments, and it gives them confidence. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that they the Lord's chosen people.
Hey, Con, and give that brother a hand, because that's a very important piece of it. That they assume that they are the chosen people of the Most High. Then we get treated like we're nothing. And then when people see the Jewish man, you can't even talk bad about him, because now that's called anti-Semitism. And you get flagged off a show. You lose your show. You can't get funding, you know what I'm saying, if you don't include them. But what happens when they talk bad about a Negro? What happens? Anybody? I ain't seen nothing. I mean, white women get on the news and say niggas, and I mean, the world don't stop. Nobody bats an eye. She get to come back home, cry and boo-hoo, say she's sorry, and she get to keep on pushing with her job. I'm talking about it's crazy that we go through so much. But the one thing that we don't understand, man, is that the Lord is still with us and has been with us even through the trials and tribulations. That's what makes us rich in this place. Even though we assume the role of not having anything or having the least. And that those that will be of the synagogue of Satan, they assume your birthright and your heritage And now the other part that I want to bring out regarding them about being of the synagogue of Satan is that they are responsible for a lot of the temptation or the evilness that goes on in our communities, that pushes us further to the bottom, and that gives us this perpetual generations of low self-esteem, these perpetual generations of having insecurity regarding whether or not we can build ourselves up and make ourselves better. That they're responsible for the decline in the intelligence of rap music. That yes, our people write it, but they're the people that distribute it. They're the people that's over what we watch every day. The thing that, what they call TV programming is being programmed into us as a people, as far as always living in the hood, gotta go get the bag, the WAP, all of this stuff that comes out that plagues our people, man. And it doesn't assume to make, like, think about this. We have such a positive channel here for our people. But the Jewish man assumes control over the airwaves of what gets put out in mass media. Why hasn't he come? Well, why haven't they come to the Commanding General Yohana to say, hey, man, I see what y'all trying to do for y'all people. I see y'all trying to, build them up. I see that y'all trying to give them a better way of thinking, give them a little bit more positivity as far as being a nation. But he doesn't assume to come to the Commanding General Yohana. Farrakhan can get all over the news and push Islam, and then back door and push Christianity. But they won't come see the Commanding General Yohana for actually raising black men and raising black women to be strong individuals, to know that we can head and fulfill what the Most High has promised us, which is to be a nation of kings and priests, to be a royal priesthood. They wouldn't want you to think like that. They would allow you to think that, getting an OnlyFans account, that's a career. Or, 1 out of every 10 brothers can go dribble a ball up. Well, it ain't even 1 in every 10. It's like, what, 1 in every 1,000 or something like that? Every brother I know say he can ball. Every brother I know. My man, you right here, what, you 6'5"? 6'5", I know you can ball. Why you ain't on somebody's court somewhere? But it's made like that by design. Because to the Most High, you'd be a warrior. You'd be somebody that take a person like Donald Trump and wipe the floor with him. He would never think about warring with a person that looks like you. But because of our self-esteem, we don't feel like we can do that. We don't feel like we can be more than just, niggas in the hood, somebody's trash man, or somebody's employee. It's too hard for us to think like that. But we're going to drop that. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30 and verse 21. We're going to go a little deeper. Like it. 21. Give not thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. So what this scripture is saying, or this is where a lot of, you could read or I could read. I don't mind that I can't go. Go ahead. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 30, verse 21. Don't worry about it. I got it. It's all good. Don't even trip. It's fine. If you got any questions or something, you can grab the mic from Ron back there. He got the mic, or sis right here got a mic if you want one. But I can read for myself, man. It's good. Now what I say was that in 21, give not thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. Now a lot of times, these feelings of insecurity and these feelings of low self-esteem, it really comes from yourself. Like sometimes, you might be in the mirror and you might say to yourself, man, I don't know, I don't like this, I don't like this hairstyle, I don't like how I'm looking. But really it just be how you feeling, and then when you go out in front of people, your mind is thinking, well, what do they think about me? And you might be around some people that love you to death. But in your mind, because of the demon that sits about you, because of the things that you don't have, or the things that you want, or you ain't got the education you thought that you needed to surpass or to go forward in life. You know what I'm saying? These things, these feelings, they're self-inflicted wounds. And these demons come from the way that you feel about you. And I remember something that General Muhammad said, not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? He said, whenever you feeling insecure or you feeling like you got low self-esteem, everything that you feel that somebody else is thinking about you, that they might not have even said, you know what you do? You go change it for yourself. Because that's the only way that you're going to overcome that demon. You don't sit up and you observe that demon just with yourself. Because the only thing that you're gonna tell yourself, well, I kind of like my beard like this, well, I kind of like that. Man, I don't know what they gonna say. You too worried about somebody else when you should be thinking to yourself that it looks all right to me. It ain't against no law to have it like this. So you know what? I'm gonna rock it out. It's cool. Don't beat yourself up over something that you got the power to change. That's the way that you have to look at low self-esteem and being insecure, especially when it's something that and if it's something that you can't change, then the person that you're attempting to please or deal with this thing, they need to understand to love you for you. And if they love you already, then if they not complaining, then why in the hell are you complaining about it to yourself? Making your life hard or making things worse for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being a kid and I had to level with somebody one day. I'm like, look, he said, man, that collar you got around your shirt is stretched out. Them shoes you got on beat up. I say, man, look, I don't buy none of it. So what the hell you want me to do? What you want me to do? You just gonna talk about me every day? I mean, goddamn, I done heard it all. What more can you say? And that's when I began to build myself up, you know what I'm saying? And that's just me as a child, which even as an adult, I still harbor that same spirit, because there's things that I will let, bother me. But then there's other things that's like clothing, money. Those things can always be changed, but I'm gonna be the person to change it. And you have to understand that those are things that you control in your life. Then only you control them. Nobody else controls it. Nobody else controls that, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be quite honest, you know what I'm saying? You do more for yourself, and your confidence grows more when you begin to think like that. That these are things that I have power over. You have power over what you think and what you instill in yourself. But that's why brothers and sisters, like, you can't walk up to a UPK nigga and him not know that in a crowd of niggas in the world, he is the ish. He the man in whatever room he walk in. And you can't tell him that. You can't tell him that he not. Because when he's not around people in the world, he around brothers like me, that I'm a big up the self-esteem of my brothers. That's period. I don't care what you hey, Ron, that headpiece you got on back there fly. Hey, that ride, your girl, that ride you got, Most High in Christ for that. You moving, you put, hey, Wendell, Most High in Christ, I'm happy to see. Sis, the water for you being here. You an awesome goddamn sister. We do that, and we make each other feel like we are special to one another. Now, outside the truth, that's a big problem. That's a big problem in our community. Bigging up one another, trying to drive each other's self-esteem and to push each other to feel, even if I'm not, but you don't even have the care to say hi to another brother in the grocery store. My day already jacked up. Every devil I done walked past and looked at me like I wasn't nothing. The Elamite standing behind the counter, he don't even want to touch my money because it's COVID out here, and I'm just really trying to get my baby something to eat. I'm already feeling like stank. And I walk past another brother, and he got the nerve to have his face mugged up at me. Well, goddamn, man. Go ahead, end it now. Which that's what a lot of us feel like in today's time. That's why they don't care for nothing but, getting high. Chasing the proverbial bag without having a damn job. It's madness. But what we dealing with is a lot of mental demons. A lot of mental anguish that can be absolved or can be overcame simply by promoting brotherhood, promoting sisterhood at its finest. Not just, going out and just saying hi or whatever, but, seeing to the needs of other people and seeing, hey, what's wrong? Sometimes people might just need somebody to talk to. Because Scripture just said, don't lean on to your own conversation. You know what I'm saying? Don't afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. Giving yourself advice, telling yourself what you think you need, telling yourself how you think you could change this. Sometimes you might need to hear it from somebody else, or for somebody to be like, hey man, you are okay. You don't have to change nothing. Keep doing what you're doing. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be going so crazy in my mind. Sometimes I have to walk up to Captain Yatazak sometimes. Hey, look, am I good? Cause I don't know if I'm good. Am I doing everything I? He say, look, just chill. He say, man, just chill, and keep doing what you're doing. I be like, God damn, cause I'm thinking I'm just doing the worst or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. And he calms me down just by saying, you are okay. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what? And if I do need to amp up on something, he say, do this better. Okay, Most High in Christ. And I can leave it alone. Because if not, I'm going to drive myself goddamn crazy. And that's what we all do. You are your worst enemy at the times when you think that, you need to be alone. That's when you need counsel. That's when you need somebody else's counsel or advice other than your own. When you sitting in your house or you sitting in your room alone, trying to self-reflect, and you making yourself feel worse and worse and worse. Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, you might be effing up. You might be. And when you tell yourself that, and it's the truth, believe it. Especially if somebody else come to you and say, hey, man, that thing you did, ooh-wee, sucker. You need to tighten up. You need to go ahead and do that a little bit more. Get yourself together, brother. Get yourself together. And you have to be like, damn, well, I guess I was right. But sometimes give yourself a break. And it's all right to give yourself a break. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want to afflict yourself. Though self-observation is a pertinent thing to life. Make sure you always self-reflect. But don't be the one to cause yourself more affliction through the things that you're going through. Now, verse 22. The gladness of the heart is the life of the man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So even your own, go ahead, that's verse 22. That's the next one down. Do you have a phone? Yeah. You got the KJV downloaded? You need the KJV 1611. So that way you can follow along. Or you can go ahead and you can relook up these scriptures whenever you're at the crib. You can go ahead and read along too if you want to. But it's important that if you got that, you go ahead and you pull that out, all right? So, like say verse 22, the gladness of the heart is the life of the man. So even even your own happiness is gathered around the life that you live. Like your happiness isn't gonna come, from the thing. I mean, it'll come from things that you have or the things that you add to your life. But now, if your life is filled with ill-gotten gains, chances are you're not too happy of a person, because you have to continue to do ill to receive gain. But now, if you're living a good if you're living a good life, you work hard every day. You on your off days, you get to chill and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You are what makes yourself happy, and you have to be responsible for your own happiness. You can't let the thoughts of other people be what controls what makes you happy. Though you want your reputation to be high and to be well liked among men, you have to live a life that's honorable in order to receive that, though. So if you're not living an honorable life, chances are your reputation is going to be low. And then the way that you're going to feel about yourself, because other people are not going to give a damn about you. They're not going to want to deal with you. They're not going to want you around much because you're a liar, you're a whore, or you smoke weed, or you I mean, hell, I can't really deal with folks that eat, all types of abominations. It kind of drives me up a wall every now and again. But they're my family, and I love them, so I deal with them from time to time. But when you live the life of a sinner, you're gonna have the reputation of a sinner. It's gonna be poor, and people are not gonna give too much regard for your life. So you ain't gonna care too much, or you're gonna walk around with your head low. Or even if you become a person of great esteem and you make all this money, like, you ever see that when them rappers, or how they always say that rappers and all these celebrities deal with depression? Why do y'all think that rappers and celebrities or all these people who should be of high esteem deal with depression? Why do you think so?
Because they're surrounded by people that just want what they got or what they can give.
That's true, but why else?
Truly, money don't bring no happiness.
There we go. Go ahead, Doc. What you got?
Because what's feeding them is false.
Con. Most High in Christ. Get that brother a hand, because that's exactly what I'm looking for. What's driving their life, or what's driving them to be who they are is a fallacy. It's not real. They not living in nothing real. And the reason that they have this name or this great reputation ain't because they such a good person. It's just because 1 million people saw you on TV. That's the only reason why 1 million people know you. But now, what's better, to be known by 1 million people for just being on the screen, or to be known by 1 million people for actually doing things for these 1 million people or serving them? Like, that reputation that you receive, it also imparts into your own self-esteem, or who you are, or who your mind tells you that you are, the life that you live. A movie star ain't living no reputable life. They going to go shoot a movie, and then they going to go, deal with they self for 6 months on an island, and then they send a check to the Red Cross, you know what I'm saying? And now that's they giving. That's they giving. So now they only outside of that, because now you already went on your vacation, you already shot your movie. Now what else you got? Now I guess I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna get high, cause I don't feel like nobody loves me, or nobody want me, or nobody really wants to deal with me, like the brother said, except to get something from me. I guess I'm gonna just end it all here getting high. It's all, I guess this is it. This is life. And that's the type of lifestyle that we have delved into without the riches. Like, we're at that point without the riches as a society, as a nation of people, that for the most part we are the nation that's not desired. So now, you know what, we sit up, we get high, we feel like don't nobody want to deal with us, we just gonna do this. You know what, we obviously can't build us a nation up. We obviously can't be our own people, so we gonna go out and vote or die. Yeah, God damn it, it's too hard. We need massa around to do this. In reality, we don't. Now, disregarding the lives that we live as a nation of people. That if every brother in the hood that sell dope say, I'm not gonna sell dope no more, I'm just gonna start fixing up the abandoned houses that only became abandoned because of the lifestyle that I lived here in this neighborhood. What type of place would the hood then turn into if every brother that sold dope just began to build the same houses that he trapped out of? So instead of selling dope out the house, you rent the house to a family then. Goddamn me. That sounds like we starting to build commerce within our own neighborhood. Starting to give homes, to safe homes to people, where you don't have to worry about your kids walking out the door into a gang-riddled territory that's having drug beefs every weekend. You change that. Then you change the mindset of the sisters or the daughters that walk through them neighborhoods and only see to themselves that drug dealers is the only man that she can be with, because it's the only man around that got a nice car. It's the only man I can be with because he's the only one that got a nice car. Everybody else, they catch the bus like me. What type of mindset are we giving to our people, man? Go ahead, what you got?
Salaki, if I may, that's called covetousness. Covetousness. Salaki.
And the water for that, because that's something that's taught by your Christian pastors. They teach you to covet better lives or to covet, material possessions in this life.
Yeah.
And not for you to actually want for yourself something more spiritual. Something that's going to please the Most High. So we're going to read forward. We're going to go verse 23. Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. So even then, the scripture is still alluding to that that we as a nation of people, or even just on a singular level, that you got to learn to love yourself. I mean, too many times that people deal with being upset regarding poor choices that they make. If you made better choices, then you wouldn't have to feel sorrowful for the outcome of those choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got sisters that go and have sex with men, have babies by those men, and then woe is me for the rest of their life because of the choice that you made. But you have to learn to love yourself even through that poor decision. That, okay, I made a bad decision. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to make another bad decision. And then I'm going to live with the outcome of my previous decision. And I'm going to make this life better, the one that I created for myself. Because that's what we have to do from here on. We have to start looking to make better what we have already made. Like, yeah, okay, we got these issues, we have the high abortion rate. You have sisters that, that they deal with the trauma of their abortion, so now they don't want, or they don't want to deal with a man no more, because every time they lay down with a man, they get pregnant. Well, sis, stop laying down with men. Live your life. Or you got sisters that have babies with men and say, I'm not going to deal with no man no more. Ain't no man going to rule my life no more. Well, sis, what you ought to do is stop having sex with men, and then the man that you do have sex with and you give him babies, you stay with that man, and then you enjoy that life that you created with yourself. What you got, Out?
And that's why feminism ruined the black household right there.
And I can concur with that, because that also helps to impart. What they did was they tricked the mind of the black woman and began to tell her that her esteem or her self-esteem can be greater if she chooses to not let a man run her home, that she can be the power of the home, or that she can do what she wants to do with her body and she doesn't have to be dictated by a man. Had a conversation with a feminist the other day, and she imparted to me that the self-esteem of the woman is brought on by the thoughts of the man. And I said, okay, I catch what you're trying to say, but what the real is that a woman has to understand that she's only going to be as strong as the man that she's chosen to be with. Now, if she doesn't choose a man to be with, then she's giving up her power away, because her femininity is what's going to make her powerful, not her being able to show her body off. So her having low self-esteem and beginning to, fight back by getting the OnlyFans make no sense, because now what you're going to be called is a whore. And now once you're called a whore, you only go down from there, and you can't build that up. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, it don't stop you from being a whore, or at least what somebody else is telling you, and then what you telling yourself when you off the camera, because you know what you're doing is wrong. So you ruining your own self-esteem. That's not brought on by no man. I mean, it's going to be perpetuated by what we see of you, but how you feel about yourself. To say that OnlyFans that's how you gonna retire? No, you want to be a career whore. So me calling you the whore, that's not me ruining your self-esteem. That's me calling it like I see it. That's different. And conversation went on from there, but it kind of was what it was at that point. But like the scriptures say, you got to learn to love yourself. The only reason they doing that there is because they don't love themselves. They don't. And you're looking for some type of falsehood of love matched by monetary gain, which that doesn't help. Because I say at some point, you got to be somebody's mother after that. You got to be somebody's wife after that. Are you going to love yourself enough to go have a husband after that? I mean, damn. Love yourself. Do you think somebody else is going to love you enough for you to be their wife after that? I mean, time can only tell, depending on what type of brothers, I mean, you got brothers nowadays, man, that'll, walk around the town with their girl half naked. So, I mean, hey, look, brother, we on the same page. We on, I mean, look, I can't do it. I'm not. They say it take a strong man to do that. I don't want to be strong that way. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I am secure within my marriage, but I be damned do my wife walk around, showing the secret. I mean, shit. It's a lot here. Go ahead, Get the mic. Get the mic out. Hit that button till it turn on.
Yeah, because even if it's my wife, that's still somebody else's daughter.
Right.
And I know for sure, right, I wouldn't want my daughter walking around half naked.
And hey, look, but that's the truth. And the thing is what I try to explain to people. When it comes to this idea of self-esteem and security, that's something that you give to your children. We are responsible for the mentality of the children that we raise. So if you don't want your daughter walking around with low self-esteem, or you want her to be secure in who she is, there's going to be values and things that you'll implement within that daughter. Now, I'm too wild back. I got some water. The water. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The values and things that you're going to, instill inside that child. Like the scripture says, you're going to raise up a child, you know what I'm saying, and the way he should go. So when his days are old, he should not depart from it. That comes a long way with the things that you instill in those children. So if I sit around now and I watch, rap videos with half-naked women all over, and then I got my daughter in dresses all day, how you think she gonna how would her self-esteem respond to me loving to watch these videos and she in a dress down to her kneecaps? What that's gonna do for her self-esteem? Anybody? How is that gonna affect my daughter? Go ahead, sis. How's that gonna affect her? And how has it affect our people?
Well, it's gonna make her feel some type of way that she doesn't get validated from her own daddy.
Right. Con. And the water. You know what I'm saying? Get that sister a hand. Because that's the truth. Because the thing is that we're so backwards as a people. Like, we'll teach, you'll tell your daughter to stay covered up. Don't show your body. And then every time she see you with another woman, you up with a whore that ain't got no clothes on. So it's like, damn, well, I should be like that person then, because that's the type of people that get attention from my father, and me being the man that she respect, she gonna be like that. Or think about how this affects our sons when we look at these rap artists and say, oh man, they so great, they so well renowned, and they so, so wide. Like, brother like T.I., don't get me wrong, he's been saying some decent things in the media, but I could give a damn less because, he ain't in the UPK, so I can care less about what comes out of his damn mouth. But I would never esteem a man like that higher than I would a brother like your Grum. No deal. No way. No way. Because I know your Grum is a priest and prophet. Any brother in this truth gets the highest esteem from me because of the sacrifice that you've done. And then what I would do to my sons to esteem one of them brothers as great or well renowned, it would change the mindset of my kids to say, hold up, well, so my dad does this, but he's saying that this person's great. So maybe I should just go sell dope too, like this person. That's what's all in the music. Maybe I should. Because that's what's happened to us as a people. That's why we don't think of ourselves, like I say, the scriptures call us a royal priesthood, a nation of kings and priests. Imagine if that was the role model, if that was the this is it, this is who you should be, this is who you should be trying to be like Christ, not Caesar Borgia, but Christ, Yahushua. A cold-blooded, hard-body nigga that read scriptures and lived righteously. Think about the mindset of our people from there. We're rambling on, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorrow, it's killed many, man. And when you live a sad life, you know what I'm saying, regarding your own self-esteem or your own insecurities, there's a lot of people, man, that commit suicide for just that same reason of living with low self-esteem. There's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, they live a stressed out life wondering about how people feel about them, or I need to get the best car, I need this new watch, I need this and that. And they drive themselves into early graves. They call that is keeping up with the Joneses. When you worried about keeping up with the Joneses, you forget that the Banya Howard is living at their own speed. Then I ain't got to worry about what they doing. All I got to do is worry about what I've been blessed with and maintain this. Because you never know what type of hell it's taking for that brother in the $1 million mini mansion and the 4 cars to keep it. You don't know what type of hell he going through to have that. But you do know what type of hell you go through to have your Kia Sorrento, your 2-bedroom, 1 bath, your mini fridge with the cold cuts. You know what it take to keep that full. Focus on that and stop giving a damn about what other people have or what they're doing. Because the Lord gave you your daily bread. He gave you what should suffice you. Go ahead, Doc. I see you. I see you got something.
Salak, if I may. The scripture, I'm just going to paraphrase, but it says, be content in what you have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you going out trying to keep up with the Joneses, man. You know, I mean, I had to come to a realization myself. I mean, like you say, a Kia Sorento gonna get you the same place that a Mercedes Benz will.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you spent 100,000 on yours. I spent 25 on mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you put $50 of gas in yours, I put 15 in mine.
Mine.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm cool. We gonna pull up to the same club. We gonna pull up to the wherever. Matter of fact, I can go a little further than you if we going on a road trip. You know what I'm saying?
Night.
I mean, it's all about, you know what I'm saying, what society has set as what's good and not good. And we gotta, you know what I'm saying, be content with what we have, because we already have an abundance, you know, what the Most High done gave us already. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
And Most High in Christ, man, get that brother a hand, because the thing is, the Most High, he gave, the earth is ours. Imagine if every black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man knew that the Most High established the earth for your rulership. What type of lifestyle would you then have to follow in order for you to receive that blessing? That's yours by right, by birthright. It's yours. Which goes back into that first scripture, that we've been guiled into being creatures of low degree. We have been tricked into being people of low self-esteem. But what we have to do as being brothers and being sisters is that when we see these traits of low self-esteem or insecurity in another brother or sister, knowing that, you know, knowing what the truth is, you got to be at the front of, hey, brother, pick your head up. You know, we do got a school over here. We can raise, Captain Yatazak, he raising up a mighty school under the commanding General Yohana, man, under Christ, man. You can come over here, man. We can help you out, brother. We can help pick you up. That's our job in this place, man. Because outside of here, there's nobody doing that. I mean, you can see the small, you know, instances of black people coming together, you know, this is like a black by black coalition group on Facebook or whatever, that they try to motivate or promote all black businesses and all of that. But even in there, it's still what Mary J. Blige calls the hateration. It's still in there. They still in there hating on each other. And that's our biggest issue, is that we hate on each other so much that you'll cause somebody else to begin to have doubt regarding themselves, man. And we'll perpetuate that. We already got the devil that we got to go to the polls tomorrow and vote the lesser of two evils. And now after I come back from the vote, I still got to deal with another brother telling me, oh, well, you broke. Oh, you ain't. Oh, nigga, you broke too. So now what? Unless I'm talking to a multi-millionaire, go and get the hell out of my face. Because that's how I start treating brothers regarding that. You don't talk to me about no money. And we both sitting up here in the hood. I can give a damn if you got the fifth wheel and the grill. Nigga, you ain't no more than me. Salakia. I'm in a bad way. That was messed up. Good night, brother. Hey, but you know you my boy. I hook you up with whatever you want. See, there go the brotherhood right there. If ever you need some, you know you can holler at me. That's all I'm saying. My bad, Salakia, bro. My bad. I ain't mean to do that. But moving on, reading on. We're gonna go to the Book of Ecclesiasticus. You know, I like this book. I like the Apocrypha right here. It's a lot of brotherhood. Yeah, there's brotherhood all through the scriptures, man. We're going to the Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, and verse 26. Slide it. riches and strength lift up the heart, which this is true. You know what I'm saying? Like we were saying earlier, sometimes, if you do have the things that you're looking for in life, it can build you up every once in a while. It can make you feel just a little bit better. Being a strong man, like as a man, when you're younger, you see all the guys, we lifting weights and doing all that. And the stronger brothers, they got a little bit more self-esteem. They got the muscles and they all cut up. And the females liking on them early. Sometimes it might be a late bloomer. And it could hurt you. I was one of them cats. I ain't started getting no play till I was a junior in high school. I was bad. I had the pizza face. I was rough. I got dealt a hand, boy. I got dealt a hand. But I was cool though. That's my thing. Like I was cool though. And I was smart. So it was like, I could say some funny stuff. Like I was quick on my toes. So, I ain't get left out there like that. But I was a late bloomer. Yeah, I was. And these type of things, man, as you growing up, these things do affect you. And also with strength, sometimes when you have money, you have a little bit more pull when you go into places. So that can be referred to as strength or might, as a people. But these things can lift up the heart. These things can, make you feel a little bit better about yourself, man. But there's something that's above all of that. It's something that's above all of that, man. So riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. That's why I stated earlier that when you talking to a UPK brother or a UPK sister, and it don't matter. We got sisters, man, that they go to school, and they might have tried to go to school before the truth. Probably didn't work. But they come into the truth and then go to school. Them girls clocking all A's. And they know they bad. And they know they bad to the bone for it. You got brothers that at first, tried to create a business or tried to do this, and that. But the moment that they began to fear the Lord and start to serve the Most High, they walk in the clubs and they getting all the tail. You can't tell me that a group of UPK brothers ain't gonna walk in your finest establishment and not leave with every number in the building and leave every brother that came in there for the women mad. Because we have high self-esteem. We're not insecure brothers. The thing is like the scripture say, the fear of the Lord is above all that. When you spending your time fearing the Lord, you don't have time to think about such small things like, what does somebody think about my car? What's up? What you got, Wendell? What you got out? What you got out? You have to turn it on.
Yeah, yes, yeah. It's like that's why like you shouldn't really think about yourself like that anyway, because people can't give you can't give somebody what's not inside of you. Right. So like when you do think of yourself, should be like, oh, you feeling good about yourself, so you can give that to other people anyway.
Right. And Most High in Christ, what you're saying is absolutely correct. You can't, cause it's just like, it's just like abuse. When you've been abused, your model of love is abuse. So the only thing you can give to somebody else is abuse. But now if you're spending your time, like the scriptures say, loving your soul, it's like you're loving your own soul. Now you can perpetuate love from yourself to your children, to your wife, to brothers in the world, to brothers in the truth. You can push forth that same love. But what is to my officers? what is fearing the Lord? What else? There we go. Or what would you do when you fear the Lord? Most High in Christ. You're going to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments, man. That's what you're going to do when you fear the Lord. And when you when you focused on fearing the Lord and obeying him, like the brother just said, without the mic, but that was awesome. Good answer. You know what I'm saying? You're going to then show people that everything that you worrying about, that garbage don't mean nothing to me. Because the only thing I'm worrying about the man that could kill the body and the soul in hell. That's who I'm worried about. I'm focused on serving the Father. Like a lot of people, they only create these images and they only create these personas based off of how they think other people will respond to them. That's what if you ever notice, that's what Facebook is filled with, or Instagram is filled with. It's filled with personas that even the person who created it does not live that life when they off the camera. They don't. That it takes too much to live that way. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people that do have money, but they not spending money the whole time. Why is it that, when it comes to poor people always have to feel like they got money, and people that have money don't have to feel like they got money, and they ain't around spending money all the time. Poor people spend the most money. Ain't that a trip? Poor people spend the most money. We the people that ain't got, but we spend the most. But it's because of our self-esteem. It's because of our insecurity. It's our need to want to be loved by other people for what we have and not who we are, which should be what you should be leading into, or what you should be showing people is who you are, not what you have. Me, I'm preaching, obviously you're right. I ain't got a goddamn thing for real. But what I do have, or what was given to me by the men above me, was these scriptures. Fearing the Most High and learning how to serve the Lord. So now when I walk into places and people say, it's a different air about you. What are y'all doing? It's like it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, it's just a different air about you. But it's because I spend my time serving the Lord. I don't spend my time caring about what y'all thinking I look like when I walk into this job with these fringes on, with these boots on, with my hair braided, with my beard blown out. I give a damn what y'all think, because I'm serving the Most High. I fear the Lord. I don't fear that, them fringes he got from his pants look kind of weird. I can give a damn what you think about me. I'm doing this for the Lord. I'm not doing this for you to care. Now, if you ask me about it, now we getting somewhere. Because really, I'm just wanting you to ask. But if you don't ask, to hell with you. I ain't tripping. We're going to read on. Go to, the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want. Damn, here we go. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help. So like I say, man, when it comes to your insecurities or to your low self-esteem, all that's modeled behind stuff you want. But when you fear the Lord, there's no more want. There's no more thought of, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, or if I need, the Lord provides, period. If you got a job, thank the Most High that you got a job. If you eat food, if you eat one meal a day, Most High in Christ, man. Because there's some people that don't eat nothing, man, because of what they do against the Lord. You got people that, I remember I was watching Drugs Inc. Anybody remember Drugs Inc? Y'all probably know if you ever watched it. They had an episode in Chicago. Then the episode in Chicago, the heroin addict, well, he was a heroin addict / crackhead. And all he wanted to do was get high all day, every day. He said he would go, days on end without food because the only thing he wanted to do was get high, and he would make $300 a day begging and wouldn't even eat. I say, damn, $300 a day and won't eat? I eat everything with $300 a day. I eat McDonald's, Burger King. I mean, I'll get high at the end of the night after I done ate all day. I mean, damn, that's all you doing is making a quick buck here, quick buck there. You save it up to go get high. I say, damn. So now I brought that into the truth, and I say, well, damn, these niggas making $300 a day, and they won't eat. And we downtown, and this brother's down here that ain't got to give us a dime and won't even come over here and eat. But they don't fear the Lord, so they want everything, and they want things that can be given to them. You got some brothers that would just avoid coming over there to ask for food just because we teaching you to fear the Most High. Understand that what you're doing, even if you don't give a damn about following the Bible, we still out here for you to eat, and you won't come. But why they wouldn't come over to us was because now once you come over there to us, you see the other people at the end of the block, they watching you come over here, and now it's what they gonna think about me. How they gonna feel about me if I go over there to them and get some food from them or some clothes? We gotta lose that mindset, man. Like, it's like being in school. I remember you had people that was extra smart, but wouldn't want to expose themselves as being the brainiac because you didn't want nobody to call you an egghead, or you didn't want people to know you were smart, or you think you smart, or you think you better than everybody else. So then you would just dumb yourself down to be abreast with the rest of the crowd, man. That's what we doing here in America as a nation of people. We slowing ourselves down to be equal with everybody. When the Lord said in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, you are to be above all nations of people upon the face of the earth. That's right. We assume to be alike everybody and get pushed. What's up? That's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. That we assume to be alike everybody else instead of being who the Lord called us to be. And in that, we lower our own self-esteem and we create an environment of insecurity when we could have. I mean, think about this. The leading black class of the leading class of people after slavery, 40 years after so-called Negroes couldn't read or write. We got HBCUs popping up out the woodworks. First black millionaire woman on the soil of America. We got Harlem. We got all these, black and Hispanic and Native American communities prospering because we set ourselves away from everybody else. Because really, that's how you set yourself up to have a decent level of self-esteem, because you don't want to big yourself up too much, which that's going to be next week's classes, not being too prideful and having a healthy area of self-esteem, because even that in itself is brotherhood. Not bigging yourself up too much, not being such a big person around other. Even if you are a great individual, you should still have some sense of humility or humbleness when around your brothers. Like Christ was the king, and even he washed his brother's feet. He knew he was the man. He the man. He healing the sick, raising the dead. And even he was humble enough to say, I'm only sent by the one that sent me. I ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's where we get it from. You have to have that humbleness about yourself. But when you have a good status of self-esteem and security regarding who you are, you can get to that point of judging what type of person or what type of person you should be in the eyes of other people. because then that starts to go into your reputation. Your self-esteem and your reputation, they kind of go hand in hand depending on what type of person you are. So where are we at? Here we go, verse 27. The fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden, and covereth him above all glory. So like the fear of the Lord, man, that'll give you everything you want. Everything that you don't have, you'll get that and more from just fearing the Most High. You don't feel like before fearing the Lord, if you felt like your clothes wasn't they wasn't popping, or you ain't look like you had it all, now you understand, well, this all I got and I'm gonna be happy with it. Like, shit, I'm fly. Cause it ain't the clothes that make the man, it's the man that make the clothes. Baby, I'm bad. That's how you gonna start to feel about yourself. You're not gonna really care too much. Your regard for the things that people say about you, or the way that people look at you, especially your material possessions, is gonna diminish. And diminishing how other people, or diminishing what you think other people think about you. Because again, like the scriptures say, you shouldn't afflict yourself with your own counsel. Again, it's off of what you think other people think about you. Because sometimes you don't even ask other people what they think about you, and you feel like other people think you look like this, or you look like dirt, you like trash. And really, that's just how you feel, because you know what you put on today. You know you put on them busted shoes today. And you could have wore the church shoes, if that's all you got. You could have wore them up. Or you could have put on the clean shirt today. You decided to wear the same clothes from last week or yesterday. You did that. Ain't nobody knew that. But you feel like that when you left the crib. But the scriptures say, man, fearing the Lord, all that really ain't gonna matter, man. It ain't gonna have no want for no help. You ain't gonna need nothing to help boost who you are, or to boost, your persona. Like here, brothers only care about serving the Most High. That's our own. When we wake up in the morning, I don't care if we going to the slave, from the slave to the school, home, whatever. We only meditating in the law, period. Everything else is just a bump in the road. And I don't need that to make me feel no better about myself. Because the only thing that makes me feel good is serving the Lord. Nothing else. There's nothing else that I desire from sun up to sundown, or sundown to sundown, however you want to flip it. It's nothing else. We're going to read on. Now we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to, what is that? We're gonna go to the Book of Ecclesiasticus. Same book. Love this book. You know what I'm saying? Say a lot of wisdom in this book. Love this joint. Read a lot of it. To the Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, and verse 1. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom, like the brother said, and like the scriptures say as well, man. For the wisdom, or the fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, just paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? And this scripture say, wisdom lifteth up the man, lifteth up the head of him that is of low degree. So when you have a brother or a sister, because this ain't just for brothers, it's for sisters too, that wisdom will lift up the head of them. But that wisdom, where it comes from, is from these scriptures. And learning that fearing the Lord is the most important thing. Nothing else. Not your involvement at your job to make them like you. Not, what type of car you ride, so when you stop at the light, the rims keep spinning. Don't nobody give a damn about that. Not for real. Not the ruling class of people. The ruling class of people gives no damn regarding how people felt about them, which is how they were able to get this here what they have. And we have to be just as stop. Hey, quit. They don't care. that's not something that's heavy on the minds of people who are seeking rulership. They could care less about how somebody feels about them. So it's high time that we begin to do the same thing, that we stop looking for the gratifying remarks of people saying, oh, well, you doing so good, you got you a good job, I'm so proud of you. People should be proud of you for just wanting to serve the Most High, but people aren't proud of you for taking this walk or taking this initiative. People are more proud of you for going to go get a nice bag of weed. Like I done got more praise for a bag of weed than I ever got for actually changing my life. And it's the strangest thing to me. Well, it's really not strange anymore, because now I understand it. It's not against me to change the way that people think about me. It's against the Lord. And you can't take it personal, especially when you assuming to change your life to come into the truth. Don't take it personal regarding how people are changing towards you, and give no regard for how they think about you. Only fear the Most High, because the wisdom of these scriptures is what's going to lift you up, and that's what's going to be portrayed outwardly to them, is the Most High raising you up and lifting you up from that low status that you were once in. We're going to read on. And maketh him to sit among great men. Now, when you begin to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you begin to dive deeper into these scriptures, you get to sit with great men like the generals, the captains, the officers. These are some great men here in the UPK. And they're not great, for the money that they have or for, the house they live in. They great for the sacrifice that they gave to the Lord to do this, to raise up their people. It's people outside of the truth that assume themselves to be great men, but they have the money, they have the resources, they have the power, they have the wealth. But where's all the videos of them feeding people? Where's the house for the battered women that they got on the south side of Chicago? Or where's the shelter for the women who trying to escape the sex trafficking in Houston? You know what I'm saying? Where's the shelter for everybody when the hurricanes hit in Louisiana or Florida, from all these great people that we have, in our nation, or the wealthy class of our people? Where is it at? They don't assume to do so because they're not great individuals. Now, I don't know them personally, but outwardly, what you portray, or what you have portrayed throughout my lifetime of being, a basketball player that, is a whoremonger, or, sleep with white women, or you're a rapper and the only thing you talk about is selling dope into the hood. So I'm knowing why the hood is the hood, because you perpetuated through your music, and the people after you have done the same thing. You don't do anything to help. But here, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has a school in just about every major city in every state. You have a place to go. We got shelter. This is a refuge. This is a refuge established by great men. And when you begin to get that wisdom and begin to follow these scriptures, these are the type of men that you get to sit next to, or you get to be around. Captain Yatazat, the generals, Captain Tazari, all those brothers that go out and they do the will of the Most High. We're going to read on. Scriptures also say, commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. So even the scripture is saying that you don't commend no man, and this goes for women and brothers. You don't commend a person based off of their outward wear, or what they do, how pretty they are, how cute they are, the clothes they wear. That's nothing that should be what determines how you treat a person. Because again, knowing that the thoughts of other people is what, affects one's self-esteem or security regarding themselves. As people, we have to stop giving a damn about that. Because when you show somebody that you care more about the things that they have, and that's something that you're going to treat them better for, how could you possibly feel regarding yourself? If I'm gonna treat somebody with a Rolls Royce Phantom better than I'm gonna treat the brother with the 99 Suburban, something got to be wrong with me. And my values, or the things that are my beliefs, or the things that I find as values, has to be marred and has to be so low that the monetary value of something that depreciates every time someone steps foot in it, I have to be low. I have to be a low person. But that's what they've done to blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. I remember there's a video not too long ago that kind of came out, and it was kind of what they had done to the black to the black community, where what they would put in front of us was name brands, and they would standardize brands to us, because that's how we could begin to separate ourselves as a people. That you have people that go out and brand buy, and they feel as though they're a bit upper crust of those that aren't able to afford the brands. So we as a people would begin to separate ourselves against one another, and it would also, diminish the self-esteem of the people regarding those brands. That, okay, you got sisters that won't date a man if he don't wear Jordans every day. I don't know what the hell, I don't know why. I mean, he can wear Jordans every day and molest children, but she'll date him because he's got the Jordans. Now, a brother like me, I wear boots. I wouldn't want to date you because all you want to date is a brother that wear Jordans. I like my boots. That's just me. I can give a damn. I serve the Lord. But now to a brother who don't buy Jordans and he got to wear the Air Force Ones, but he think the sister look nice and he not gonna get the date, I could only imagine what that does for his self-esteem. Probably tear him up on the inside. But that's why we gotta stop giving a damn about these things, man. Like, I don't wear shirts out anymore if it don't say UPK on it somewhere. I don't even care to put it on. I might put on a t-shirt, that might be it, or I might put on something to go to the gym. But if I'm going somewhere, I don't even put shirts on unless it says One West somewhere on it. Hold up, Salaki. Shalom, I'm up here on the stage teaching right now. Salakia, orders is orders, have to be taken whenever. But anyhow, where we at? Verse 3, the bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of the sweetest things. So even you as a small person, you have to look upon yourself and look upon the things that you do as just that's you. This is what you do. This is my thing. Like the bee got a fat body and little wings and make honey. What else that fly is that good? Nothing. And what the scripture is alluded to is do your thing and just be you. Don't worry about what other people doing or what they can do and how they do or why they do, what they look like. You think the bee give a damn that the eagle got a 6-foot wingspan? Nah, he ain't thinking about that. It ain't thinking about that the hummingbird wings move faster than the eyes can see. It ain't thinking about that. It's only worrying about its purpose and worrying about what it does. And when you care more about yourself than what other people think or what you think other people think, then you begin to give yourself a better outlook on life. You begin to take that weight off your shoulder. Like we already got a big enough weight with brothers, you know, getting a boot on their back for 8 minutes. You already got a big enough weight that, you know, you could be goddamn, you know, at the crib, sleep, and somebody walk in there blow you away. You could be sitting on your couch eating Bluebell ice cream and a mug break in your house and gun you down. We already got a big enough weight like that. We already got all these systems that's designed to keep us impoverished. But what we do got and what we got to start focusing on is just serving the Lord. That's what make the men of the UPK such a vital necessity to life here in this place, because this gives black men and women hope. This gives hope. And the hope that it gives, like, and I don't hate to bring it up, I'm lying. Like, even with sisters, right? Sisters come here, and then you have to understand that a man can have more than one wife. And it don't matter that you're not okay with it, but what you do know is that you won't lose your man behind him getting another sister. So you don't have to be insecure regarding your man being with another woman, because he still is endowed to treat you with the utmost love and respect as his wife. You lose nothing. When it come with brothers, you can come here with nothing. You can come here with no UPK clothes, no boots, no headband, no shirts, no pants, and brothers is gonna just, hey man, look, you ain't got no black pants, man, what size you is? Man, don't worry about it, I got you out. You gonna be up here, what, Thursday? All right, there's gonna be a bag sitting over there. Whatever you don't want, just put it back there in the back for any other brother. Don't worry about it, we got you. And we gonna make sure you all right, so you ain't never gotta worry about going without. Because just like the scriptures say, when you fear the Lord, you ain't got nothing for want. You don't have to want for anything, because everything will be given to you. And that's the spirit of brotherhood, man. That's love. That's real love. That's the love that we don't have outside the UPK. It's somebody to love you enough to give you clothes that they might still be wearing. But you know what? Because you don't have this, I'll give it to you. Says she's in the bathroom using it. Go sit down right here and wait till she come out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop that one. We're going to go to we're going to drop that, and then we're going to go to the book of, where's it? Salakia. Go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7. You know what I'm saying? Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord. Blessed are you. You're not troubled with all of that. You know, like I say, you're not troubled with the plagues of the world, because again, those demons will come and attack you when you care about, or when you regard the small things, or the things that can rust away with time in the earth. But blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord, man. You will surely be blessed. Like I said, when you don't have things here in the UPK, and you trust that the Most High gonna provide for you, or make a way for you to, you know, get your all black, or you ain't got a shirt, you know, because you about to pass your officer's test, and a brother just say, hey man, look, you ain't got no shirt? Man, here, take this red joint. Don't wear it till after they put that oil on your head. Then you get the oil on your head, and it's like, damn, now I got a shirt I can wear, because you ain't really got no money like that. And you be telling me, man, I work, or you ain't got no gas. And you come to the school to go to class, and after you leave, you say, man, damn, man, I don't know how I'm going to get to work tomorrow. I'm just ask one of my brothers, man. I'm going to ask one of my sisters, and man, I had extra $10 in my pocket, man. That's on you. Go handle your business. Don't even worry about paying me back. And surely you know the Lord have done it, man. That's how you know. But that's the type of environment, or that's the type of kingdom that Christ is trying to establish, man. Where there is no thought of being insecure, or there is no thought of being a man or a woman of low self-esteem. That you don't have to worry about that type of thing, man, when you focused on fearing the Lord, man, and trusting in him, and trusting in that he's going to provide for you. The insecurity, or those demons of insecurity or low self-esteem won't have their clutches in you no more, man. And here we go, verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, trusteth in the Most High, and whose hope the Most High is. Verse 8. For he shall be a tree planted by the waters, that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see the heat coming, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding the fruit. So what this saying is that when you trust in the Lord, and like my brother said earlier, that you got to learn to love yourself, and you showing this love and you spreading it out, and then you showing forth those green leaves, and you showing people how this done, and you're going to keep on yielding fruit. You're going to keep on passing this on to people, passing that self-love that you're going to mirror off as love for other people, and it's going to continue to yield fruit, that other people are going to begin to respond positively to that love, respond in a way that shows that, man, this guy, he really on to something. And people will come into the truth regarding that same thing. Because like they say, that men is going to know that we are disciples of Christ, just paraphrasing, when ye love one another. And we love each other in here, man. We love each other so much that whatever mental ailment that you might be going through, we'll take it on as our own, and we'll help you defeat that demon, man. Because that's what brothers is for. What's good, sis? What you? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got some more on that, though. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9. And this is the problem. And once we realize this and stay out of this, this is what, you know what I'm saying, the Christian church don't know. That the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. They don't understand that your mind, that it will deceive you. Like your heart in the scriptures is your mind. Because your heart don't think. We always say we remember things by heart. But that's your mind. And the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, man. So as you, like the scriptures say, you know, you giving yourself your own counsel in your own head, you tricking yourself into being insecure. You tricking yourself into having low self-esteem. That's tricks of the mind, man. And the white man, the oppressor, loves to see us like that, because it makes them more money. When you insecure and you of low self-esteem, you'll do anything to try to come from out of that state. Like rob somebody for they. I remember back, my family always used to tell me about the late 80s and the early 90s with them damn starter jackets, man. And they'd be like, yo, you'll come around and you'll have a whole starter fit. And it'll be a brother that ain't got nothing. But what he do got is a strap. Or he got a knife. And he finna get them clothes up out you. Because he wants to have what you have. He wants that. Or man, they talk about them Air Max 95s. Boy, they say you can get 6 slugs put in you for some Air Max 95s. And a brother will wear them with the bloody bottoms. He'll put them on, and that's it. Your girl, can you do me a favor and snap pictures of class for me? You doing? Okay, cut the water out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we'll do when we insecure regarding what we look like. Like a sister will go and fight another sister, about a man instead of understanding he a good man. He a good man. You know what? We just gonna share him. He yours and he mine too. Like it's so many things, man, that following these scriptures can uncover or can make them not to be, not to be of effect to us. But it's with the wisdom of these scriptures, man. And we have to not ignore that these scriptures are real, man. That they are alive. That this is speaking about us as a people, our life today. It may not be these individuals. It may not be y'all individually here, or people in the world that deal with these issues, man. And the way to overcome them issues. And by all means, if you are in the school and you dealing with insecurity or you dealing with self-esteem issues, please understand that counsel is always always one of your greatest friends, man. It's always one of those things that can help you the most or benefit you the most, even if you don't have somebody who you can talk to or bounce things off of. Always reach out to your camp leader, because he's going to be your greatest ally in defeating that demon, man. He can give you what you need regarding that, man. Don't take counsel lightly when it comes to mental issues, man, because that's a part of brotherhood, man. Not trying to deal with those things on your own. You don't want us to see you dealing with a personal issue regarding how you feel about yourself or what's going on in your life, and you dealing that with yourself. That's not brotherhood, because now whatever ails you, it's ailing us, and we have to learn and we have to figure out how to fix that. But we can't fix it if you're not going to say something about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop that. And I'm going to pull one more script, and then we're going to dip. We're going to go to Psalms 27. Go ahead, Doc. What's your question?
Yeah, and your childhood, like being like molested, abuse. Yeah, and that plays into esteem as well, right?
It does. Plays a big role in a child's self-esteem. It's like
in your adulthood, like growing into your adulthood.
Like speaking with I just give for an example. If you ever talk to a woman who's been molested by a man, or as a young child, she grows into her adulthood feeling filthy, or not understanding that, or the only way for somebody to love her is through sex. So when she doesn't have sex with somebody because the man who molested her told her that, I love you, and this is what two people do when they love each other, and she's thinking, damn, well, every man I'm gonna tell that I love, he gonna get this box. And now the only way she gonna feel love is by giving a box. That's it. Or she might feel disgusting. And every time, a man wanna talk to her, she ain't gonna talk to no man, she might turn homosexual after that. Because she doesn't feel like being with a man is worth it. Because what this man did to her was disgusting. She was 6 years old. And he went to the bathroom. Well, what she thought was going to the bathroom on her. Or a boy might get molested, and now, he doesn't know how to have, relationships with men if it's not regarding sexual activity. So now he's a homosexual. Or, he's so riddled with anger that, he got aggression issues, and he's overtly aggressive because he doesn't want nobody to see him as a girl, like this man treated him when he was a child. And so now every time somebody get buck with him, he got to show he big. He got to show he the man. Because at that point, he couldn't. He was the girl. You know what I'm saying? So it does. It plays a heavy role in the self-esteem of an adult and how they grow up in society. That's why you see a lot. There's a lot more pedophilia and abuse that goes on in the black community than we like to let on to at this time. But you know what I'm saying? But that's why we as a school, you know, that's what makes us so important, because we assume to counsel those issues. And when those people come here, there's always an open door policy for them to be able to speak with. Hold your peace out. There's always an open door policy for them to be able to, you know, talk to somebody and get those issues out. But you are correct with that. What you got out? It is toward the end of class. I'm gonna go ahead and say Amajim. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer. Amajim, Apanya, Hakwadam, Sar. Turn and face the east. Oh, you want to do the security announcement first? We could do it after the prayer. Well, come into security announcement. Pass the class over to the precinct officer. You're going for the security announcement. Hey, them Jones up here. You need my glass?
These are the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, after 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person,
I think the mic went dead out.
he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. My Asherah, which means 10th in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations. The Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, for 8 days, the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the schools, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. This includes the security announcements.
Hit that back part. Okay. And also, just as a suggestion, whenever any brothers and sisters are coming to the school, we ask that you Google search the school, follow it with your GPS, and then when arriving at the school, you click on the link for the school just to up our algorithms on the internet with the searches, all right? And with that, Amajim Wapanya Hakwadam Sar, turn and face the east. We'll do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Makah, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natanalawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak-lanawa, Kabawat-nawa, Kasalak-nawa, Kabawat-nawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ah-nawa, Banasai-wan, Abal, Hawashai-nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahataparat, La'awalamim, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, turn to face the front. I'm going to give a courteous salute to the brothers and sisters. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Yazmatat, Sar, turn to face the sister. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Atah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yazmatat, dismiss.